Hey Leo, welcome to my channel Intuitive Tarot Empath. This is your general reading for May 2017. Before we get into it, I just wanted to say a quick thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of the support you guys have shown throughout the last month of me starting this channel. So I just wanted to say thank you for all of the likes and subscriptions and views and comments and emails. It's been so fun connecting with you guys. So, and hearing your stories and all that good stuff. So thank you so much for sharing your lives with me, and I look forward to what May brings. So with that said, this is your general reading for May 2017. In the event that this does or does not resonate with you, go check out your sun, moon, and or rising sign videos, because either those will resonate more with you this month in this particular video, or you'll just get more clarification over events and energies that are currently surrounding you in the coming month. So I'm going to shuffle the cards and I'm going to do a spread, and if you don't want to watch me shuffle the cards, you are more than welcome to fast forward through this part. So what are the energies surrounding Leo? A little bit of sticky energy. All right. So what are the energies that are surrounding Leo for May 2017? For work, travel, love, relationships, home. What are the energies surrounding Leo? What are the energies surrounding and messages for Leo for May 2017? Alright, so I'm going to do this 2 more times, and then I'm going to pull some cards, and we're going to see what's going on for you throughout May 2017, Leo. Also, this reading deals with energies that are currently possibly surrounding you now, could be coming in the last 2 weeks of April, follows you all throughout May of 2017, because sometimes that's what the energies do. They come in a little bit earlier, and sometimes like this could last until the first 2 weeks of June. So let's see, one more shuffle and then alright, so here we go. Alright, I want to do the middle one. Alright, so we have the 3 of Swords in reverse. So it appears, Leo, that you might be getting over a heartbreak. Alright, so let me move this so that you can see it. That doesn't help. Okay, that's... my camera is awful. Alright, so wait. Isn't this fun? Alright, so 3 of Swords in reverse. The High Priestess. The Page of Cups in reverse. Judgment in reverse. The Lovers in reverse. The 3 of Cups. Alright, so you're coming into a really good time, Leo. The 3 of Pentacles. The 5 of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles. And the 9 of Swords. Alright, and on the bottom of the deck, the energy that's surrounding you this month is the 7 of Wands energy. So I think that this month you're dealing with something in your house of partnerships. So whether this is a business partnership or a love relationship, I have a feeling that it's a love relationship. And you feeling as though perhaps you can't necessarily seem to get above ground on an issue that you're having with someone, but you're working really hard to try and do that, like getting yourself mentally to a place where you're above the drama, because it seems that this person has created some drama for you in your life, and so now here you are working steadily to try to kind of rise above that. And here we have the Knight of Pentacles. I have a feeling that this is the energy that you're putting out. So this feeling of like working on yourself, moving into looking at the past, but using the past to move into the future methodically, but still kind of dealing with the fallout of whatever has happened or whatever has come your way in terms of relationships. And like I said, this could be a business partnership. This could be a love relationship. I'm getting the sense that it's a love relationship. But yeah, here's you kind of moving into a better place, because this is what you're working on. You're working on turning your world right side up. And so the universe had a hand in whatever it was that kind of dissolved the toxic relationship that you were in. So this devil character, this person might feel kind of devilish to you. Perhaps you felt as though you were chained to this person somehow. And then once you realized that the chains were actually loose enough that you could free yourself, you did. And now here you are turning your world right side up again and getting away from, this toxic person who really, it seems like this person really made you anxious. It made you feel like there was a hollow victory somewhere in here. And like right now, like these are all the cards on the bottom of the deck. I mean, I could just do a reading based off of the bottom of the deck, and it's essentially the same story that's on the table here. Because you have the Justice card. This could even mean that you experienced a divorce recently and are currently going through the legal process, and things are kind of, slowly coming together, because we do have the Three of Pentacles, which can be read as a marriage card, and we do have a lot of pentacle cards on the table, pentacles and cups. So a lot of this feeling of like money being attached to a relationship. So like I said, it could be the dissolution of a business partnership, it could be the dissolution of a marriage, it could be just you lived with a person and it was a serious relationship that, you lived together, and so your names were on a lease or whatever the case is, that there was paperwork involved with getting yourself out of this. But also the Justice card is about trying to find something that you consider to be kind of a fair, balanced dissolution of something. In this case, it would be a dissolution of something. Once again, we have fate on our side here, so trying to turn the world right side up. The universe, it feels like the universe kind of came in and gave a helping hand in all of this. That like, I see the Ace of Pentacles here, and it gives, you can't really see my hand, but it gives you that pentacle. So something was given to you, maybe a piece of information that you didn't, I mean, pentacles usually deal with money and not necessarily communication, but I have a feeling that perhaps you were presented with some sort of message that you didn't know was going back and forth. This person that you were dealing with, there is a soulmate connection with them. So maybe that's why it was so difficult for you to leave, because that's an intense feeling that you have for someone. And perhaps you spent a lot of time waiting around for this situation to resolve itself, because the Hangman, I feel like this has been probably going on for a little while, and maybe there was like rumblings of things going on, but you didn't know how to deal with them. And so now things are finally starting to move forward, and they're moving forward slowly, but they're moving forward nonetheless. And it's kind of you making the decision. I can't believe you're clearly going through something this month. I think that you're going to end up happy and on your own, but I think that you're still not quite there yet, that this is what you're working toward. Happiness and abundance on your own without this person in your life, and putting your intentions out there into the world. This is what I want. This is what I want to manifest. And that, being happy with what you have. So I think that that's what you're working on this month, is trying to get to a place of happiness on your own. Right now, what's going on, however, is we have the Three of Swords in reverse. So I have a feeling that this is about a breakup because of this card. This Three of Swords in reverse talks about, like, I see it as, when it's in reverse, that you're in the process of getting over a heartbreak, and you're doing so successfully. I have a feeling that because the High Priestess card crosses this Three of Swords in reverse, I have a feeling that this has something to do with a third person being introduced into the partnership but secretly. Like, you had no idea that this was going on. And this could be one of two things, obviously. It could be that you were the one introducing this person into your life, even though you had somebody. Or this could be that your partner introduces somebody into his or her life who, you didn't know about. But You're getting over that heartbreak. You have learned that it's happened, and if you haven't yet, you will. That'll come to light. But it's because I think that you have some sort of like sixth sense about this. Like there's some sort of intuition that's guiding you toward this. So I think that perhaps what's helping you get over this is like I just have a feeling that maybe you intuitively knew that something wasn't right, and then maybe you figured out through you know, just finding things all over the place. And this is also in conjunction with the Ace of Pentacles, this feeling that like you found messages, you found receipts, you found, you know, you looked at the phone bill and saw, you know, something a little strange. So you knew, and you took it upon yourself to figure out what those secrets were that this person was hiding from you. And I think that I have a feeling that something about learning those secrets has helped you gain clarity on the situation and has made it so that you're coming out of the heartbreak. Kind of like, you know, that this kind of did you a favor, that you had maybe been wanting this for a while, but you didn't know how to go about making it happen. And so you know, this was almost like the sign that you needed to end it. And I mean, that could go also with like if you met somebody and you had this really strong connection with them, and you're the one who has the third, the bonus person in the relationship of this. I think that once again, that person could have acted as the sign or the catalyst for the ending of this relationship. So I think that you've been working, your intuition has been working in high gear, and your intuition has manifested energy that has created opportunities for you, either to meet someone new or to find the evidence that your person has been with someone new. In the past, we have the Page of Cups in reverse. So I feel like I get the feeling that this is a person who you met who was charming and maybe younger than you, could have been a water sign also, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, you know, was offering you their love. And what's funny is that underneath all of these cards, the last card before I decided that we just needed to move into the reading is the Seven of Cups. So I have a feeling that you had a choice to make. And, you know, it could very well be that you had a choice to make between like, do I cheat on my significant other or do I not? Because you met this person, they're offering you love, and they're like, I just get this feeling of like super fun, that there was like a lot of messages back and forth between the two of you. Like it was somebody who you had this super intense connection with and who you had a lot of fun with. Because the Page of Cups is a very youthful energy. So perhaps you were in a long-term, committed, more traditional relationship, and things maybe, you know, weren't feeling the way that you wanted them to. This person comes in and kind of like lights a fire, and you're like, how do I say no to this? And this person is also looking toward the future. So perhaps they're, you know, super fun and super exciting, and you start talking about, you know, they're looking toward the future and saying like, I could give you all these things. You know, or this could be the person, that you're currently with. You know, not a bonus person, but the legitimate relationship that you're in with this person who's like looking toward the future. He's offering you love. He's saying all the right things. Let's get married. Let's have children. Let's do this. Let's do that. And it doesn't have to be a he. It could very well be a she. Gender is neutral amongst the cards, so it doesn't matter. Sorry for using the masculine pronoun. So it's just that he's a he on the card, so it's just easier to kind of stick with that. So anyway, so this person is looking into the future, saying all the right things. You know, let's do this together. Let's do that. I'm going to give you my love. You know, there could be talk of travel because there's water in the background of the card. So like, this person who's planning a future with you, and you, I have a feeling that this card is about choices. So you made a choice, that this person felt like such a soulmate connection to you because it is the Lover's card, that you were like, how do I pass up this opportunity? I have to go with it. And so I think that you, like I said, whether this is the extra person, you know, outside of your traditional relationship, or whether this is the traditional relationship person that you have, that you've committed to in like a monogamous way, Either way, this person is somebody who you felt a soulmate connection with, and you made that choice to be with them. And so you were kind of off and running, and it was a super intense emotional connection. And, you know, for a while, I think that it was a really good time. And until one of you met somebody else and brought them into the relationship and tried to hide it from the other person, and then eventually everything kind of came to light and things started to dissolve. I definitely think that you went through a period of sadness and heartbreak, you know, heartbreak over the loss of this important person in your life, because I think that if it was a third person, or if it was the person that you had been with, I think that you had this intense emotional connection. You made the choice to be with them, and it was almost like you hit the ground running, but there was something, because the cards are in reverse, there was like something that just wasn't right about it. Something wasn't sitting well with you. And so I think that with the Judgment card, we have trying to come back to life after a period of loss and heartbreak, which I think that you're doing successfully now. I think that you're kind of feeling like yourself again. You're coming back to life. You're feeling as though things are starting to come back to normal, because I think that you did make you did decide to end it with one of these people. What's interesting is that we have the Three of Cups in the future position. So I think that this is you coming into a period of time where you feel, where you're about to feel very relieved over the decision that you've made. Like it's something that you've been thinking about for a long time. And I think that having finally made the decision to end it is making you feel relieved. And what's funny is that everybody in the situation in the near future is going to be relieved and happy and celebratory and like, okay, this was the best decision we could have made. Now, you know, we're able to move on to happier things. So I think that that's you know, you celebrating the relief over having made the decision to leave and the happiness that comes from that relief. So this is you. So here's you. Once again, there's so many threes, and a few multiples of 3. So like the 9 of Swords, that's, well, I'm not good at math, so we'll call it a multiple of 3. But the 3 of Pentacles suggests tradition. So like, and it should suggest marriage. It suggests people working together. So like I said, this could be a business relationship. This could be a love relationship. This could be a marriage. We did have the Justice card in reverse. So is this feeling of legality or breaking contracts, or, you know, trying to find the fair, logical road to a resolution. So I think that there is a breaking up of a traditional relationship, whether it's you doing the breaking up because you found out something about the person that you're with, or whether you've introduced somebody else into the picture. But I have a feeling that, I mean, it could be either one of those. I have a feeling that it's the first one because of the High Priestess card, that there was this intuitive feeling on your part that the person that you were with wasn't being faithful, and so you, like, you know, signs started cropping up that you found. And so, you know, here's kind of you in this relationship with this person, you know, trying to make it work, but ultimately, you know, you might even still be in the house with this person if the two of you live together, or you might still, like, the other aspect of this is that, like, you're in the process of trying to get over the heartbreak in order to make this relationship continue to work. And that's what this Three of Cups situation is that you know, we did have the Justice card in reverse, so it's like trying to find a fair resolution to what's happening. And then once you find that resolution, finding that it's something that works for everybody and you can just continue, you know, going on being happy together in your traditional relationship. So, but I do think that there's mourning after a period of heartbreak. And the Lovers in reverse card would suggest that at some point there was a breaking up of the relationship. But there's definitely been some kind of tumultuous times here with, other people being in the picture and trying to find a way to overcome that loss of trust. Because here, I feel like this is another card of, and another mistrust card is that, like, there's 3 people in the picture. 2 people are walking away resigned, and 1 person is walking away feeling like they've gotten the victory. But it's about, the 5 of Swords is about conflict, and I want to say it's also about mental conflict. That, perhaps some person walked away feeling like they got away with something, and the other 2 people are just like, fine. So this could very well be that the person that you had to break up with isn't seeing eye to eye with you, and so they walk away feeling like they've gotten this victory because you walked away resigned, saying like, you know what, I'm not going to do this with you. If this is what you need, then, do you for a while and we'll figure it out later. But yeah, there's 2 people walking away in the background. So you could have even walked away with this other person, or, you could have walked away from this person who you loved so much. It could be a breaking up of, the 3 partnership. So definitely somebody walking away feeling as though they've, that they've achieved some sort of victory, but the victory is hollow because it's at the best of someone else's happiness. It's almost like getting the best of you. Yeah. Okay. So, but in your future, we have these, like, new opportunities. I think that there's a part of you that feels like, if I walk away from this, there's the possibility for some great opportunities. So, like, what would that look like if I, walked away? But it's something that's very, very hard to walk away from because we have the 9 of Swords here. And so I think that this is something that you're still in the process of getting over, because the 9 of Swords speaks of anxieties, and it speaks of nightmares of staying up at night. So, like, this could be a person who you're still in the process of getting over, and so you're still having dreams about them. You're still having dreams about the period of time that the 2 of you spent together, or, post-relationship, or whatever the case is. But I think that May is going to be a month of you working things out with this person. And I think that because we did also have the 7 of Cups in reverse, I think that you're going to have a lot of options. Perhaps that this person is going to say to you, like, we can work it out. And so it's about you deciding if you want to make it work with this person or not. And I think one of the fears that you have is about making the wrong decision. That the 7 of Cups can kind of speak to a lot of anxiety surrounding having to make a decision, not wanting to make the wrong one. And I think that you're kind of seeing this light at the end of the tunnel, because there is the Ace of Pentacles. So I think that you do want a new beginning. It's just, do I get that new beginning by breaking up with this person, by ending this relationship? Am I going to be happy on my own? And I think the answer is, yeah, if you do decide to leave this person, you are going to be happy on your own. It's just going to take some time to get there. But there's also the other side of the coin where if you chose to be with this person, I think that it would be, because of the 3 of Cups, I think it would be happy for a while. But then I think that ultimately the same things would start to happen again. Because we do have the Devil card, because we do have the 5 of Swords, and because we do have the 9 of Swords. So I think that once the trust has been broken, it's hard to get it back. And I don't know that, that I'm sorry to say that, that this is the best situation to stay in, because it is a toxic relationship. But it doesn't feel toxic because it feels like a soulmate connection, because it is. I think that you have learned a lot of lessons from this person. All right, so and they're lessons that you couldn't have learned unless you had been with this person. All right, so I'm going to shuffle the Lenormand deck, and let's see. I kind of want to do it for the 9 of Swords. So what is it that's getting you down? The 9 of Swords is also the outcome card, which is why I'm saying if you do decide to stay with this person and, you kind of work things out with them. I think that there will be a period of happiness. Perhaps you're still in a non-marriage type relationship, so perhaps potentially what could happen is that you're happy for a period of time, this person asks you to marry them, and then they don't change their ways. Or, there's something that's not changing. There's something that if you do decide to stay with this person, there still is going to be a level of anxiety. And so I think that your job, is to decide, because you can't necessarily rely on someone else to change, right? Because people change because they want to. And even when they do, it's hard because you've been doing or being or thinking the way that you have been for your whole life. So how do you change it on a dime? And how do you stick with it? So I think that, there's always free will in all of this. Like, you could stay with this person, that person could decide to change, and everything could be happily ever after. All right, so let's see about that 9 of Swords. All right, so I'm going to shuffle. Hopefully these cards kind of pop out, because then I like that, because then it's like the energy's really flowing. But even if it's not, it's fine. It also just makes my life easier when they pop out, because I'm a little bit lazy. Alright, so what's going on with that 9 of Swords? Let's get some clarification on that 9 of Swords. Alright, so I think we're going to shuffle this little deck 2 more times. One more time. 9 of Swords. Oh, one card fell out. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. This card flipped out before, so I'm gonna try to get 2 more cards. I have a feeling that the person, that it was a situation of someone being unfaithful to you, though, and you deciding whether or not you should leave because you love this person and it's a soulmate connection. You want to stay with them because you love them so much, obviously, or you wouldn't have stayed so long. All right, so 2 more cards. All right, so we have the Mountain, and then we have, all right, Leo, I'm so sorry. But I think that this is good. I think that your kind of goal is to figure out how to be happy on your own. Get over, move on from this person so that you can have better opportunities for new beginnings. I don't think that this person is bringing you any peace. I don't think that this person is bringing you any happiness. I think that, in fact, this person is kind of sly, like a fox. I think that if you decide to stay with them, they're going to continue doing what they've been doing. They'll say to you, I promise that I've changed. I'm not the same person I used to be. I want, but they're going to do it sneaky. It's going to be all secretive because here we have the book, and this is about secrets. So I think that this is... and you're going to constantly be trying to figure out what this person is up to, and it's going to keep you up at night. That's what the 9 of Swords is. So I think that this person is going to keep on sneaking around behind your back, and for you, it's going to cause a lot of turmoil, because we have the Mountain. So the Mountain is all about struggles and obstacles, and so I think that this person creates a lot of struggles and obstacles for you in your life, and all of the cards were on the side with the dark clouds. So I think that, if you decide to stay with this person, you still have a hard road ahead of you, that you're constantly going to be struggling to get on higher ground. And I know that you love this person, but here's the beautiful thing about soulmates, and this is what I had to remind myself after a really bad breakup that I went through relatively recently with somebody who was a soulmate for me. When that person's a soulmate, you can feel it. But the problem is that we have so many soulmates. So, you know, we meet somebody, and sometimes our soulmates aren't meant to stay in our lives forever. Sometimes they come in and they teach us a lesson in a week. Sometimes it's 2 years. Sometimes it's a lifetime. But if this person is bringing you sadness, if this person is, you know, making you stay up at night, if this person is bringing other people into the relationship and losing your trust, then I think that you owe it to yourself to not stick around and see what they're going to do next. You owe it to yourself to create an energy or an opening for this Ace of Pentacles. I think that that's, you know, that's what you deserve. All right, so I'm going to, and you're so strong. Like, you're coming into a period of time where you are getting over this heartbreak. Your intuition is on the up and up. The Judgment card suggests that you're starting to feel like yourself again. You know, don't invite this person back into your life and then think that they're going to have changed because, you know, they've said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do this to you. You know, sorry. There's a line in a song that I love. It's please, 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 no apologies. At best they buy you time till you next step out of line. And I tell, these cards are like so wonky. I tell my students also that, like, don't apologize. Just don't do the thing that you need to apologize for. Like, you knew it was wrong when it was happening. You said sorry immediately after you did it. So, like, why did you do it when you knew you would have to apologize? Anyway, so a little bit about some goings on, but I say that to say that you deserve happiness. You deserve complete and total happiness without anxiety, without toxic people in your life trying to, you know, trying to stir up muck. All right, so I'm currently, oh my goodness. These cards are so big. I'm currently shuffling the Guardian Angel Tarot deck from Doreen Virtue. So I'm going to pick one card from here, unless the card just kind of flies out. And this will be your final message for how you can sort of manifest the energies that will get you to happiness in the month of April, May, and even maybe the first 2 weeks of June. You know, I don't see this as a bad reading. I see this very much as, like, maybe it might even be confirming what you already know, and, like, the outcome being that if you stay with this person, that this is, you know, how it's going to be. But there's free will. Like, I'm telling you, this is what the outcome will be if you stay with this person. You have the choice not to stay with them, though. So, oh my goodness, these cards. All right, so one more shuffle of this, and then I will cut the deck, and I will read to you what's on the card, and then I'll read to you the little message that's in the book. I'm sorry that it's just, All right, so these kind of flipped out. All right, so so 3 cards flipped out for you. Yeah, okay, so we have the 3 of Emotion, which is the 3 of Cups in the regular Rider-Waite Tarot deck, which is actually a card that's in the mix for you now. Oh, girl, come on. The Choose Freedom card. Come on. And the 8 of Emotion, which is the 8 of Cups, which depicts somebody walking away. So I don't know that I could tell you this. You know, come on. So Choose Freedom says, sometimes you may feel as though your way is blocked, but often that is just an illusion. You could free yourself from the obstacles that you're so focused on by choosing a different path. Turn your thoughts away from negativity and instead envision endless other possibilities you might act upon. So Choose Freedom, in the little book that we have here, says, this is the Choose Freedom card. So it says, sometimes we can feel as though we're trapped. We may perceive ourselves as being locked into a life that we don't want or like. What we often don't realize is that we have the key to this lock. We could free ourselves by making different choices. We can release our hearts from our unhappiness by accepting responsibility for where we are here and now. And by doing so, we can then step back into our own power. Choose freedom. Ask your angels to remove every negative thought from your mind and help you focus on the amazing possibilities. Step past your fears now into the light where you can grow, evolve, and fly. Don't allow anyone or anything, including your own self-doubts, to keep you from being the person you wish to be. Additional meanings of this card: getting free of dependency or self-imposed limitations, ending an unhealthy relationship, forgiving yourself, materialism. All right, so the next card is Eight of Emotion, which is the card of walking away. So on the bottom of the card, it says, you feel a deep longing for something meaningful in your life. In your heart, you know that there's more out there waiting for you in the world. It may be time to switch careers, move to a new home or city, or initiate other important changes. Do what's right for you and seek out your magical new life. So what am I telling you? What did I tell you? Walk away from this schmuck. They don't deserve you. You want to bring other people into the relationship. I mean, if you have a polygamous or polyamorous relationship, by all means, but if it's bringing you sadness, don't stick around. So you're meant to feel great happiness and fulfillment. You've been sensing that there's more to life than what you're experiencing, and you're ready to go for it. Go find it. As you've grown emotionally and spiritually, that which previously kept your attention has lost its appeal. Now you're ready to take charge of your own life and move on to happier and more exciting experiences. It's time to retake your own personal power. The decision to make these changes is your own and not one forced upon you by fate or chance. Your angels are proud of you for stepping up and doing what you know is right. Additional meanings of this card: spiritual growth, pursuing your life purpose, changing careers, leaving home, letting go of the past. And the final card is the Three of Emotions, which says on it, so that's the Three of Cups, wonderful news is on its way. Announcements regarding engagements, pregnancies, births, or graduations will be revealed. New friends will be made, or communities of like-minded people will draw closer to one another. Exciting new beginnings or happy endings are just around the corner. And the Three of Emotion in this little book says, there is wonderful news of an emotional nature. Someone may be getting married or pregnant. Pregnancy may have just been announced, or a child has been born. Perhaps someone has graduated from school, or there has been a promotion. Whatever the occasion, there is great cause for celebration and joy. Share your feelings of love and happiness and joyful acknowledgement of this happy news. This card can also indicate a need to spend more time with your friends or other groups of like-minded people. Expand your social circle or reach out to community organizations that share your interests and beliefs. Open your heart so that others can come into your life and they will seek you out. Additional meanings of this card: abundance, happy endings, heartwarming hospitality, parties or social engagements, bridal showers or weddings, family reunions. So I think that you need to walk away from this person, say bon voyage, it's been a great time, I loved you, thanks for all the lessons, because when you move away from this person, you are going to have such a happy life, and it's going to lead you to meeting new people, even meeting people who will give you new opportunities for abundance and love. So get out there, Leo. F this person. They don't deserve you and your love and affection. So I think this is actually really great, and you're going to have a really great month ahead of you. So, keep up that positive energy. Don't let this tyrant devil bring you down. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can check out my website at intuitivetarotempath.com. I leave the link in the description box below. If you want to email me with any questions or comments, or, talk about what you saw here, please email me at intuitivetarotempath@gmail.com. I love to hear from you guys. Yeah, so that's it. Your May 2017 general reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in June. Bye, guys.